Men may not always say it out loud, but when they love a woman, their minds are filled with little daydreams about her. Not just the obvious ones you think about late at night, though yes, those exist too. But I'm talking about the subtle, emotional, romantic fantasies that you might never expect. Here's the truth: when a man is truly in love, he doesn't just want your body, he wants your smile, your laughter, your attention, your softness. He wants to feel like the man who lights you up inside, the one you crave to run to when life gets overwhelming, and the one who makes you blush in the middle of a crowded room. Now, why am I telling you this? Because most women underestimate just how much men fantasize about them when love is real. You think he's zoned out, scrolling his phone, but in his head, he's replaying the last time you looked at him a certain way, or the sound of your voice when you said his name. He's planning how he's going to make you smile again, how he's going to touch you in a way that makes you feel both desired and safe. Or maybe how he's going to show the world without words that you belong to him. And here's the kicker: men don't usually admit these fantasies. They keep them tucked away, partly because of pride and partly because they don't want to risk sounding too vulnerable. But those fantasies are real, and when you start to notice the little clues, his gestures, his touches, the way he looks at you when he thinks you're not paying attention, you'll realize he's already living some of them out with you. So today, I want to pull back the curtain on what men secretly daydream about doing to the women they love. Some of these will make you smile, some might surprise you, and others might just give you goosebumps. But one thing is for sure: by the end of this video, you'll never look at your man the same way again. Because once you understand his secret fantasies, you'll understand just how deep his love for you really goes. When a man is truly in love, one of the sweetest, most powerful fantasies he has is about surprising you. And I don't just mean with big, over-the-top gestures like candlelight dinners or luxury vacations. Of course, those things are nice. But his mind goes to the everyday surprises, the kind that make you pause, smile, and think, wow, he really knows me. See, men love the idea of catching you off guard in the best possible way. He'll imagine showing up with your favorite coffee after a long, stressful day, or slipping a handwritten note into your purse that you find hours later. He might even fantasize about planning an entire date night without you having a clue, just to watch your face light up when you realize he thought of everything. Why is this so important to him? Because men crave the feeling of making their woman happy. It's not just about being romantic, it's about seeing that reaction, your eyes widening, your lips curving into that irresistible smile, your body leaning into him with affection. That moment for him is addictive. It's like fuel. It tells him, I did something right, I made her feel special. And let's be honest, most men aren't natural mind readers, but when he loves you, he's paying attention more than you think. He notices the way you always stop at that little bakery when you're walking downtown. He remembers that one dress you said made you feel confident. He files away those details, and in his head, he's plotting, how can I turn this into a surprise for her? There's also a playful element to this fantasy. He loves imagining the look on your face when you realize he's one step ahead of you, that mischievous sparkle in his eye, that cheeky grin when he says, I knew you'd love this. For him, surprising you isn't just about romance, it's about intimacy. It shows you he knows you deeply, maybe even better than you think. And here's where it gets really beautiful. A man doesn't fantasize about surprising just any woman. He reserves that energy for the one he truly loves. Because let's face it, surprises take effort. They take thought, planning, and vulnerability. He has to step out of autopilot and risk putting himself out there. What if you don't react the way he hoped? What if you don't notice? Still, he does it because your happiness is worth the risk. So the next time your man does something out of the blue, a small gift, a thoughtful gesture, or a carefully planned moment, recognize it for what it really is. It's not just a random act, it's the fulfillment of a fantasy he's been carrying in his heart, the fantasy of making you feel adored, cherished, and unforgettable. And ladies, when you light up in response, when you let him see how much it meant to you, you're not just rewarding him. You're encouraging him to keep dreaming up more surprises, more moments, more ways to love you even deeper. Every man in love carries a quiet but powerful fantasy, the fantasy of being your protector. And no, I don't mean he wants to lock you away or control your every move. This isn't about dominance, it's about devotion. It's that deep, almost primal urge to be the one you lean on when the world feels heavy, the one who stands between you and anything that could hurt you. Think about it. Men grow up being told they need to be strong, tough, unshakable. But when he loves you, that strength takes on a completely different meaning. It's no longer about proving himself to the world. It's about proving himself to you. He fantasizes about being the guy you can count on, the one who shows up when things go wrong, the one who steadies you when life feels like it's spinning out of control. Maybe he imagines you coming home after a rough day, your shoulders tense, your eyes tired, and in his mind, he's already pulling you into his arms, whispering, "I've got you. You don't have to carry this alone." He doesn't just want to see you smile when things are good. He wants to be the reason you feel safe when things are bad. And here's the beautiful truth. This fantasy isn't just about protecting you physically, though yes, that's part of it. He might picture himself stepping in front of you if someone disrespects you, or being the one who makes sure you're safe walking home at night. But even deeper than that, his fantasy is emotional. He wants to protect your heart. He wants to guard your confidence, your peace, your happiness. He dreams about being the place you can fall apart without judgment. And the person who builds you back up stronger. Ladies, here's something many women don't realize. When a man is in love, your vulnerability calls out to the strongest part of him. That's why when you let him see your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, he doesn't see weakness. He sees an opportunity to rise up for you. In his mind, being your protector is the ultimate way to love you. And yes, there's a tender, even sexy side to this fantasy. He loves imagining the way you nestle into his chest, the way your body softens when you feel safe in his arms. That moment when you exhale and let go, it makes him feel 10 feet tall, because in that instant, he knows he's giving you something no one else can. Complete safety in both body and soul. So the next time your man instinctively reaches for your hand when you cross the street, or checks in late at night just to make sure you got home safe, remember, he's not just being cautious. He's living out one of his deepest fantasies, the fantasy of being your shield, your safe place, your protector. And in his heart, there's nothing sexier than knowing the woman he loves trusts him enough to let him be that man. One of the most underrated, yet incredibly powerful fantasies men have when they're in love is this: he dreams about being the reason you laugh. Now, that might sound simple, almost too simple, but think about it. Laughter is intimate. It's disarming. It's the sound of your guard coming down. And for a man in love, there is nothing more addictive than watching the woman he adores throw her head back and laugh because of something he did. He doesn't just fantasize about making you laugh at a funny movie or a random meme he sends you. He dreams about those private moments where he says something silly or makes a goofy face and you can't help but giggle. Even if it's the middle of the most serious day, he loves picturing you laughing so hard that your cheeks flush, your eyes sparkle, and you lean into him like he's your safe place. Why is this fantasy so strong? Because laughter isn't just about humor, it's about connection. When you laugh with someone, you're saying, I feel comfortable with you, I feel good with you, I trust you enough to be playful. And for a man in love, that's gold. He wants to be the person who creates that space for you. There's also a slightly mischievous side to this fantasy. He imagines catching you off guard, teasing you just enough to make you roll your eyes before you burst into a smile, or whispering something cheeky in your ear that only the two of you get, making you laugh in a crowded room where no one else knows the joke. That inside connection, that shared moment of just us against the world. That's the kind of intimacy he craves. And here's the thing most women don't realize. Men tie their sense of worth in a relationship, not just to passion or protection, but to joy. If you're laughing around him, he feels like he's doing his job. If he can make you laugh, even when life is stressful, he feels powerful, not because he's in control, but because he's giving you something priceless: lightness. Think about it. Laughter is one of the most attractive sounds in the world. It tells him you're happy, you're present, you're enjoying yourself. And when that joy is directed toward him, it reassures him that he's not just your partner, he's your favorite person to be with. So yes, he fantasizes about being the man who makes you moan in the bedroom, but just as much he fantasizes about being the man who makes you laugh in the kitchen, in the car, in line at the grocery store, because at the end of the day, when he sees you smile and hears that laughter bubbling out of you, he doesn't just feel like your lover, he feels like your home. When a man is truly in love, one of his sweetest fantasies is about something so simple, yet so powerful, holding you in public. Now, at first glance, this might sound like a small thing, but trust me, to him it's not. Because when a man loves a woman, He doesn't just want her behind closed doors, he wants the world to know. He imagines those little moments of connection in the middle of everyday life. Taking your hand as you walk across the street, wrapping his arm around you at a party, or leaning over to kiss your forehead while you're waiting in line at the coffee shop. Why does he fantasize about this? Because public affection is a declaration. It's his way of saying, without words, this is my person. This is the woman I'm proud of. He doesn't just want to tell you he loves you. He wants to show it boldly in front of anyone who happens to be watching. Picture this. You're at a dinner with friends. The room is loud, conversations buzzing, laughter filling the air. But in his head, he's fantasizing about leaning close, placing his hand gently on your knee under the table, or brushing his fingers against yours until you interlock. Nobody else notices, but the two of you share a secret touch. That thrill of being connected to you, even in a crowd, that's one of his favorite daydreams. And here's what makes this fantasy so meaningful. It's not just about claiming you, it's about celebrating you. He's not saying, she's mine, stay away. What he's really saying is, I'm proud to love this woman and I want everyone to see it. It's a quiet but powerful form of devotion. Of course, there's also a sensual side to it. He fantasizes about how your body relaxes when he pulls you close, how you lean into his chest without even thinking, how your face lights up when he kisses you in a way that feels both spontaneous and protective. Those small gestures of public intimacy are electrifying to him because they blend romance, passion, and pride all at once. And ladies, here's the secret. When a man reaches for your hand in public, it's not just a habit, it's a fulfillment of this fantasy. It's his way of saying, even in a world full of distractions, I want to be connected to you. So the next time he laces his fingers through yours in the middle of the grocery store, or presses a kiss to your temple while you're walking down the street, know this, he's not just being affectionate. He's living out one of his deepest desires, the desire to hold you in public, not because he has to, but because nothing makes him prouder than showing the world you're his. When a man is truly in love, one of his most passionate fantasies is about worshipping your body. And I don't just mean in the physical sense, though. Yes, that's part of it. What he really dreams about is making you feel like the most beautiful, irresistible woman in the world. You see, when he looks at you, he doesn't just notice your body, he notices you, the way you brush your hair back, the curve of your smile, the way your eyes light up when you're excited. And in his head, he's already imagining how he can show you just how much he adores every single part of you. This fantasy is about slowing down. It's about him taking his time, exploring you, and letting you feel seen in a way that goes far beyond physical attraction. He wants to kiss the spots you never think about. He wants to trace his fingers along your skin until you shiver. He wants you to know that there's not a single inch of you he doesn't love. Why does this matter so much to him? Because men, when they love deeply, crave the experience of giving pleasure just as much as receiving it. His fantasy is about devotion. It's about proving to you that your body is more than enough, that you don't need to change a thing, that in his eyes you're already perfect. He might imagine the way you melt when he whispers something about how gorgeous you look, even when you're in sweatpants, or the way you blush when he compliments a part of your body you've always been insecure about. In those moments, he's not just appreciating you, he's rewriting the way you see yourself. That's part of the fantasy too, watching your confidence grow because of how loved you feel. And let's be honest, there's a deeply sensual side here as well. He fantasizes about moments where he loses himself in you completely, where time slows down and it's just him, you, and the electricity between you. In his mind, your body isn't just something he desires, it's something he reveres, something he wants to honor, adore, and cherish. But here's the real secret. This isn't just about passion in the bedroom. His fantasy of worshipping your body also shows up in everyday life. The way he looks at you when you're not dressed up, the way he touches your hand in public, the way he pulls you close on the couch like you're the most precious thing in the world. For him, worship is in the details, the small, consistent reminders that he can't get enough of you. So when your man kisses you slowly, lingers with his touch, or tells you how beautiful you are out of nowhere, don't brush it off. That's him living out his fantasy. That's him showing you in his own way that you're not just loved, you're cherished, desired, and worshipped in a way only a man deeply in love could imagine. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful fantasies a man has when he's truly in love. And it's not about the bedroom. It's not about the thrill of passion, it's about something much bigger. He fantasizes about building a life with you. See, when a man falls deeply, that he doesn't just picture the next date or even the next weekend away. His mind goes further. He starts imagining a future where you're in it. He sees you beside him in the small, ordinary moments, the lazy Sunday mornings, the road trips with your favorite playlist, the holidays where your families blend together. He fantasizes about a lifetime of moments that add up to something extraordinary. This fantasy is about stability, yes, but it's also about intimacy on the deepest level. He doesn't just want to hold your hand for a night. He wants to hold it through every season of life. He imagines introducing you to people not just as his girlfriend, but as his partner. He dreams about waking up every day knowing he has you to share it with. And here's the part most women don't realize. Men often struggle to put this into words. They don't always say, I'm picturing us 10 years from now, but in his head, he's already there. He's picturing what your kitchen looks like when you're cooking together. He's picturing what kind of vacations you'll take. He's even picturing what it would be like to look at you years from now when your hair has changed, your laugh lines have deepened, and still think, God, I love her even more now. There's also a protective romantic side to this fantasy. He imagines providing for you, not in an old-fashioned, you can't take care of yourself way, but in the sense of building a safe, abundant life together. He dreams about creating a world where you feel secure, loved, and cherished every single day. And yes, ladies, there's a deeply sensual undercurrent to this fantasy too. Because to him, the thought of being with you long term isn't just about mortgages and grocery lists. It's about intimacy that grows richer over time. He loves imagining the comfort of knowing your body like the back of his hand, yet still discovering new ways to make you feel desired after years together. That blend of stability and passion, that's his ultimate daydream. So when he talks about the someday plans, the trips he wants to take with you, the home he wants to share, even the silly little what if conversations, that's not just small talk. That's his fantasy spilling out. That's his way of telling you he doesn't just want you for now, he wants you for always. Because at the core, the deepest fantasy of a man who truly loves you is simple, a lifetime by your side. And to him, that's the sexiest, most powerful dream of all. At the end of the day, love is not about perfection, nor is it about living inside a fairy tale. It's about the quiet, tender fantasies we carry in our hearts, the dreams of protecting, cherishing, touching, surprising, and standing beside the one we love. These 6 fantasies aren't about control or desire alone. They are about connection, intimacy, and devotion. They remind us that when a man truly loves a woman, his deepest wishes are not fleeting pleasures, but long-lasting experiences that bring both of them closer together. And here's the beautiful truth: fantasies are not meant to stay locked in the mind. They are blueprints, silent invitations to build a relationship where both partners feel safe, adored, and alive. When men feel understood in these quiet desires, and when women allow themselves to step into those worlds with openness, love transforms into something extraordinary, something that can withstand time, trials, and distance. So if this spoke to you, take a moment and ask yourself which of these 6 fantasies might already exist in the heart of the man you love. And if you're a man listening, reflect on which of these unspoken dreams lives in your own heart. Before you go, don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you. Subscribe for more real conversations about love, and share this with someone who deserves to understand what true intimacy really looks like. Love is a journey, and the best chapters are the ones we create together.